All right. Let's move on to, we're going to say the best for last here. We'll talk about that Star Wars The Last Jedi trailer.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, so, I mean, I'd have to say I wasn't super hyped for this trailer like I was the last trailer. But I still think it does have some very interesting themes in here that are really interesting, that are pretty good.
Murder.
Yeah, murder. I mean, you see definitely Kylo Ren struggling again, I think, in this film. Like, you saw him struggling.
I would say he's struggling more here than he did in the previous movie.
Yes, I mean, I would say so as well. Because you see in this film, you see him smashing
his own helmet.
Like his helmet, and saying, you hear a voiceover that's saying, forget the past and leave it behind. So
No,
maybe
it's more specifically kill the past. Not leave, it's kill your past to leave it behind.
So maybe he's trying to
you gotta kill every
Darth
part,
Vader
which I appreciated. It's like, no, you gotta kill every part of what you were to become something new. Nobody can remember what you were.
Right, and yeah, I mean that is something that, so you see a shot in the trailer where he's in the starship where he's firing, and it looks presumably like he's firing. He's gonna fire at his own mother, Carrie Fisher, who, I mean, of course everybody knows Carrie Fisher. She passed away, and to see what her role in this film is, what that's gonna be, and because they say she was very big as far as a part of the whole part of the trilogy. So what they're gonna do with her character, see how they're gonna wrap that up. I'm very interested to see. Hey, 90s. I mean, I know you're not a big Star Wars guy, but I mean, what did you think about this trailer?
I like the trailer, but I'm still not as hyped as I should be after watching this. And also,
I can feel you on that.
I would like to point out that a friend of mine brought up that maybe these scenes aren't maybe these aren't the exact same scenes. Like, as soon as they change the camera frame, maybe that's not the exact same scene. Maybe he's not firing at his mother. Maybe
yeah, that's true.
Maybe they're not staring down each other at the very end of the trailer. Like, there's so many different things that can be deceptive.
Oh yeah, there's so many things the way it's cut and edited that it can seem like things. Like the scene where I need someone to show the way I'm going, and Kylo Ren extending his hand. Could easily just see like, oh well, he blew up the ship, but he's extending his hand to his mom. Like, come with me if you want to live scene, when it's just like, no, yeah, you're right. They can cut it in any way they want to make it appear in anything in our head. So with that in mind, it's not like you get a straight shot of what this kind of theme of the story is going to be. You just kind of get bits and pieces.
And then I can't remember what his name is, but he came out on Twitter to say that there are spoilers behind this trailer. He might have been doing that as press.
Adam Driver?
I believe so.
Ryan Johnson, the director of the film.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was actually upset.
But was he, or was that a PR move just to get people deceived? Like, I'm really thinking about this as a deceptive move.
He said it was fake because I think he came out recently and said that he didn't say that.
Yeah, no. So it's like, it's sometimes a PR move, sometimes not.
Yeah. So I don't know if did he want people to see it? Did he not want people to see it? Probably. I mean, people are gonna see it anyway. I mean, nobody's gonna listen to him anyway. They're gonna like, yeah, but I just want to see that trailer. I gotta see it because this is. Yeah. I mean, you just want to see it. I mean, this is one of the biggest movies of the year. And I mean, looking at the trailer, I mean, do you guys think it is spoiler heavy? I mean, do you think it does have a lot of revealing plot themes in it, or?
I'd say yeah. Like, if everything is shot like 1-to-1. This is the next scene immediately afterwards or whatever, then it's spoilery. But if it's, like I said earlier, if it's deceptive, where it's like a scene is two different scenes clipped together to make them look like they're together, then that can just be a play on your mind. Then you go into the movie like, oh my god, I didn't see this coming. I thought that scene was gonna be this or whatever. So at that point, it's not spoilery. It's just, I don't know. It's a weird middle ground.
I mean, some scenes in this trailer might not even be in the movie. I mean, because that was the issue with Rogue One. Like, a lot of scenes in the trailers of Rogue One weren't even in the movie.
Now that just pisses me off every time, man.
Especially that one scene with the lights shining around her, and she's in the Empire trooper suit, And they just did that. Oh, the lights just turned on in a cool way that I just wanted to get this cool shot, and he did like 14 takes until he got it. It was like a neat kind of promo.
Yeah, just a trailer shot.
Basically, yeah, just a trailer shot, and also a X-wing kind of coming up near the end that wasn't at all. No, but that also has to do with the fact that they did a lot of recuts and a lot of other stuff to change it up. Apparently, it was darker, and there was an actual kind of D-Day kind of scene where they're on the ground, and they really changed it up. So, who knows?
I mean, I don't know how much darker you can get. They all died, so I don't know. I mean, I was
you can go pretty far. I mean, if I'm gonna be honest, it was kind of they never really showed too much when they die. It was just always an explosion.
Oh yeah, well that's true. I mean, yeah, it was always like pretty much an explosion when they died. Yeah, not really anything visceral like.
Yeah, no one got like shot through in a laser and then just kind of stayed there as like the heat is fizzling from that plasma.
Yeah.
And they're like, their eyes are still open, and like you have time for the death to really sink in.
Yeah, that is very true. Yeah, I mean, it was
like,
nothing.
I mean, to be fair, it ain't no Hacksaw Ridge, so.
Right. Oh yeah. I mean, yeah.
It's Disney for kids.
Yeah. So that is very true. I mean, yeah. Okay, so I see your point there. Yeah, it could have got really dark.
Also, I mean, I know this is a small nitpick, but when you see Chewbacca, the way he like opens his mouth really weirded me out.
How so?
Oh yeah.
What?
Oh, I said how so. Sorry.
Oh, it's just like the way he the way he opened up his mouth. Just it seemed like that was CGI, and it really weirded me out. Like you have an actual suit.
Well, maybe it could be just he's old, man. Chewbacca's old, man.
Yeah, it looks like he was yawning, and that's what I thought you were about to say. Like he just didn't even put any emphasis into
I mean, that too. I'm gonna be honest, but it just go back to it. You like real quick. It just, I don't know, man. It just seems really weird. Like when this, it just seems like the way his eyes open too a little bit when he does it. It just really made me laugh.
He could have arthritis of the jaw, man. That's all. I mean,
Jeez.
Chewbacca ain't as spry as he used to be, man.
No, he's just sad because we got little baby penguins taking his spot.
Yeah. Which everybody says that those are just the new Ewoks.
I mean, BB-88. That was like new R2-D2, so.
Yeah, BB-8, yeah.
Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. You see in the trailer a lot of stuff that we've seen in the past trailer. Like you see the scene where they're on like the desert type planet, which is the planet Crate. They say, and you see all these. Basically, they say it's very reminiscent of the Hoth fight of the Empire. Fighting.
It seems like it.
Yeah,
I'm just afraid this is going to do a straight Empire Strikes Back.
I really hope it doesn't, especially not with Rian Johnson.
I know. I'm more thinking he'll just make J.J. Abrams will make a straight Jedi. Although I will give credit, if she turns to the dark side and he ends up turning to the light, that would be an interesting twist.
That would be really great.
And where he does succumb to the light side and decides to stop, and she ends up being seduced, and you're like, oh crap, because she's way more powerful.
Because you see in the trailer, like Luke kind of doesn't want anything to do with her.
No, he's just which I think is out of character for him. Well, if I'm gonna be honest, Luke is even Mark Hamill has said that he kind of didn't like the way it's Luke was written. He didn't like it at all. But it's but hey, it's the script.
I mean, Luke is supposed to be a changed man now.
I suppose that is true. I will give it to him. But there was always that faint sense of hope in Luke. And I don't know. I just don't want all right, you're in my home, but I'm gonna act like an asshole, even though I really don't want you here. And at any time, I could just not teach you and just tell you to leave.
I mean that is
passive aggressive bullshit.
Yeah, because this is a guy who did fail. I mean, he was.
Yeah, and I do agree with that. And so again, these are just. I will openly admit they're all nitpicky little things. Some of them actually are genuine. I'm worried about it just doing an Empire all over again, but I don't know. Just they're small concerns over the grand scheme of things. So we'll see.
And you see a shot at the beginning of the trailer. A a place that looks like it keeps recurring in the trailer. Like you see a scene where Kylo Ren's staring out on like a bridge.
Yeah, like a bridge to like a broken, almost like a broken starship.
Yeah, like they're
they're doing the bay to something.
Yeah, I hope the guy's not a fucking Death Star.
Please, yeah, no.
Another one.
Yeah. I'm done with Death Stars.
Please, God, do not make another fucking Death Star.
I mean, hasn't the universe learned its lesson? They're terribly designed.
Yeah. Jesus. Because I think it may be because they said that Snoke. Because you see Snoke in the trailer, you see a little bit more of a better look at him.
Yeah. It's interesting.
And you see that his star. So maybe it's his starship because his starship they say is called the Supremacy. So that's that's kind of a badass name for a starship.
Oh yeah, no, the USS Supremacy.
Yeah, I mean that's good, so really leaning into that Nazi element even more there. So
yeah, that does sound like evil Star Trek, the SS Supremacy.
So maybe it's something like that.
I often forget that that was like a direct, like Star Wars is a direct relationship to the Nazis and
Nazis and World War II. Yeah, basically the first one is easily World War II in space with space knights and samurai.
Yeah, because stormtroopers. Stormtroopers is actually what they used to call Nazi soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
So.
That I didn't know.
Yeah, that's why they had the Blitzkrieg symbol on their helmets. So they do quick movements and stormtroopers storm in.
Yeah.
Okay. And also, before we close on this, I do want to ask, the very beginning of the trailer, you see some, I don't know if it's AT-AT or AT-AT, whatever it is. You see something that looks very similar to it, and they have like some type of a hand at the bottom. It's like knuckles or whatever.
Yeah, like a kind of like these gorilla walkers. These like gorilla-esque AT-ATs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the scene where they're invading Crate, and you see, like I said, the scene there is very reminiscent of, like they say, the Empire scene in Hoth with Hoth. Yeah, I mean, those look like some very nice designs. I mean, they look very similar to the AT-ATs, just with a little difference. Like you said, they have hands at the bottom. That's very interesting.
And there's a wall all the way to, well, not necessarily a wall, but a cliff all the way on the right side, you see. And I'm assuming that they're just going to climb up there.
Maybe that's like spikes, maybe because you know how like the scene in Empire where they go around, they use the cable to go around, tie them up. Maybe that's something so that won't happen again. Maybe they can cut the cable, so it's so sharp, something like that. Because hopefully they learned, from their mistakes from past warfares with the rebellion. And I mean, I think the best scene in this trailer, I think, is the scene where you see with well, it's two scenes I like. I think I like the John Boyega scene when you see Captain Phasma actually doing something.
Yeah.
Like, so, and then that, you see, like I said, in the beginning of the trailer, Kylo Ren looking upon this bridge. That looks very similar to the scene that they're fighting in John Boyega's character and Captain Phasma. That looks kind of similar, like it maybe got destroyed. So that could be badass. Potentially, and the scene where Snoke is using basically all his force powers, presumably on Rey, and she's just kind of just frozen and constantly shaking there. I mean, I do like the way they portray the Force in these newer films, like this just raw power, this raw energy, like what they did with Kylo Ren when he stopped that blaster bolt in The Force Awakens from.
Yeah, that's one of the better scenes.
Yeah. I mean, do you guys have like a favorite scene or shot in this trailer at all?
Nothing in particular.
Nothing in particular. Okay. What about you, Dust?
In this new one?
Yeah, in this new trailer, like a scene or a shot that you like at all? Like, it's like, oh, that was a really great shot, a really great scene.
I mean, not really.
Wow, damn.
I mean, look, man. Once you see up to a point, you kind of just go, like, all the CGI is starting to look the same.
Right.
Like, they're all doing the same effect over and over again, so it's really hard to.
Yeah, you're just seeing everything you saw from the old movies, like this more
so,
like 4K. Yeah,
it's not like how revolutionary it was the first time. And so you're just kind of seeing the same thing on 4K. The effects don't wow like they used to, because they're all so amazing now. If you really want to wow somebody, you have to instead of making it a really big effect, make me give a shit.
I don't know. I mean, Blade Runner was pretty a lot of like
No. Like when you have an art style that is so absolutely distinct, then yes. But when this is the same Star Wars I saw last time. The only thing that's interesting me is the story, and I'm getting very little of it in these trailers. So that's the only thing that'll wow me. And in all honesty, it's Disney, so I don't think it's going to make too many big chances.
Wow.
So it's just kind of going to give me the same thing I want. I'm going to be honest, I'm burned out. I don't need any more Star Wars. I didn't even really want the other one. After they attempted with the first three, I was like, all right. I was a kid when I saw that, and I'm like, all right, that's fine. I got my trilogy. It's not very good, but I got it. So no matter what they kind of do with it, I was looking more forward to the Han Solo movie until they fired the guys for it.
Oh man,
I was looking way more forward to that because that at least had it got Childish Gambino, it got having a nice buddy cop relationship with Chewbacca, having just poking fun at the Star Wars universe, which I think is taking way too much fun of itself, which was kind of a movie for the family that did have some dark moments, but they've really kind of gotten rid of that Eastern philosophy kind of side to it that really made it interesting with the Force. And it's kind of just evolved into this mechanized thing. And so it's like, all right, it's going to be the same effects I'm going to see for 9 and 10 and 11 and whatever movie they're going to send out.
I really wish they did more of the expanded universe stuff.
Yeah.
More stuff including, I mean, maybe they will. I haven't seen this film yet, but maybe more stuff involving the Gray Jedi.
Like if you threw out the Gray Jedi, at least that'd be something.
Yeah.
Jedi who are completely neutral to either side.
Yeah. I mean, maybe that's what they're doing with the Luke character. Maybe
that might be if that's what they're gonna do. But it would have been nice to be introduced to someone besides the Skywalker family.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Again, I haven't seen. Okay, the coolest thing I saw on this, if I say cool, is my boy John Boyega. Fighting cat. That is it. Like that was the one moment where my eyebrow raised a little bit, where I'm like, all right, you have me intrigued. This is kind of new. Somebody who is not wielding a lightsaber, but at least looks like he's doing something. Right. I'm sorry. Maybe I just really, I like the British guy. I think he's a funny guy. I think I'm proud of him for being in something big, and I'm glad he's getting more roles. Yeah. But everything else related to the other Star Wars family and like the other characters, I'm just like, I don't have the same reverence everyone does. I'm just all right.
I would love it if they did Rey was like the daughter of Snoke or the daughter of the Emperor.
Yeah.
I would love that. I think that'd be something nobody would expect.
Oh no, want to get really dark? Like make it like, she was the product of rape. Because the Emperor never, no one ever like. No one definitely gave consent to fuck the Emperor.
I don't know if you want to bring in all this rape stuff.
I don't give a shit. Hey man, you want to throw him for get real dark. But no, I agree. If there was, that was just me being funny, but not really about rape. But shut up. We're gonna let that drop. We're gonna let that slide. What I'm saying is like I agree with you, and like if it's like the Emperor's kid, that would be something.
Yeah.
But what I think they're gonna do is they're just gonna make her like Anakin, she's gonna be like the reincarnation of like Anakin Skywalker or like a Virgins of the Force, and that's why she has no family because she was literally just a virgin birth. And
really?
I'm sure that's gonna do that because that's why she's so powerful with the Force. And he's like, I haven't seen this in a long time, since my father died or some crap. And that's gonna be the reason. And then she's gonna turn to the dark side, and oh no, there's a balance of the Force, and then Kylo Ren is gonna go in and.
Yeah. I got high hopes. I hope it's good. I mean, I'm gonna see it. I mean, tickets. I tried to buy a ticket.
Mm-hmm.
I got one.
Good luck, brother.
Yeah,
you got
lot
one?
of us. Yeah, I mean, I had to because in the theater I'm in, so it's a small theater, but I checked a lot of theaters. A lot of them are sold out. And I saw a lot of tickets that was selling for like $30-something or something like that. And I mean, I thought it was kind of crazy, like, who's going to buy tickets 2 months out? But then I was like, oh shit. And I actually go on the sites and a lot of the shit is sold out already. So I was like, oh.
I should add just really quickly, just real positively, rape is not okay.
Right. Yeah. Of course.
Hey, man,
assume that already.
I don't want anyone ever to take any of my words. Years from now, we ever get super famous and they ever go back and they listen to us like they do with Spill. I don't want anyone to
replay it
be
over
like,
and
oh,
over.
no, Dusk was okay with rape. It's not cool.
All right. Well, let's
Hello,
try to
thanks for
move
checking
out
out
of
our
that.
content. Let us know, and if you did, let us know that as well. If you want to see more content, we post every Saturday on SoundCloud and YouTube at The Afternoon Tune. You can also find us through various social medias, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, all one word at The Afternoon Tune. And if you don't deal with any of that social media stuff, you can also find us through our email at theafternoontune@gmail.com. And don't forget to always stay tuned.